Hello there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to my annual wrap and chat video, which I'm usually really excited about because it gives me the opportunity to sit down with you guys, have a big catch up. I usually film a video like this every 6 months just because I feel like that's enough time for me to have some sort of life updates. But this year I'm actually really nervous about filming the video. I usually have a little plan on my phone, on my notes, which I've got again this year, of topics that I want to speak about, updates that I want to give you guys. But you'll see as we kind of get into it that it's been a little bit of a rough year, and I'm really nervous about delving into it a little bit. So I'm gonna do the best that I can do because I still really want to sit down and give you guys this video because I love filming it, and I also really need to start my Christmas wrapping because it's currently the 16th of December and as of now I've done absolutely nothing. But before we begin, I just want to remind you guys to make sure that you've liked, commented and subscribed down below. Make sure that if you are subscribed you still hit that notification bell just so that you don't miss out on my next upload. I can't promise that the new year's going to bring anything great, but I can promise that I'm going to carry on uploading and hopefully you guys will stick around and join me on that journey. But anyway, let's make a start, shall we? If you've never seen one of these videos before, then the aim is that I wrap my Christmas presents and chat to you guys and give you the update. And I usually do it with Charlie's birthday presents because it's her birthday at the start of December. But I wasn't that organised this year, so I'm actually going to start by wrapping her Christmas presents. I've laid everything out in front of me that I've got for her, and I've got all my wrapping, which is so cute. I splurged big this year and got my wrapping paper from M&S, and I just want to show you guys in detail how gorgeous it is. This one's got lots of little cars and trees and I think that's really lovely. But I also have this one which has got Santa on it, with loads of like little lights in his beard, which is very cute. I also have this, which is going to be my backup option I think, although I might just still use it anyway. It's not the best quality. I got this one from Tesco. It was only like £1, but it looked a little bit more fun, so I used this to wrap my niece's presents with when I saw them earlier last month even. I was going to say this month, but actually I saw them in November I think. So I do have some of this left over which I might just use anyway. I've also got gift tags, bows, tissue paper, all that sort of stuff next to me here. So I'm fully equipped. I have the tape, I've got my scissors and I'm ready to go. It's actually quite exciting, isn't it? Let's start wrapping a present first before I start talking to you, otherwise it kind of defeats the object of the video. I'm very lucky and a lot of what I've got this year is square, but I think I'm going to start by wrapping a big item, and I'm going to cheat a little bit with this one because I got Charlie a first aid box, but because the actual box has got a handle and things, I feel like she'll be able to tell exactly what it is because this is on her Amazon wish list. So I'm going to leave it in the box that it's come in. I've already scribbled out kind of the picture of what was on the front, and I'm just going to wrap it as it is. So yeah, kind of an easy one for me, although knowing my luck with wrapping, because we all know I'm not the best at it, I can probably still find a way to make this look a little bit messy. But let's give it a go, shall we? I think I'll start by using this paper. Right, I'm getting annoyed with myself now because I've filmed this clip about 3 or 4 times, not gonna lie. I keep fumbling over my words and stopping and restarting, so I'm just gonna go for it now. But the first thing I've said to you about 10 times now is that I've wrapped my first present. It's a little bit more airy than I would like. I can press down on it. I prefer it to be tighter to the box, but I think this is as good as we're gonna get. And I've also added this really cute tag which says do not open until December the 25th. Love it. But anyway, let me get a little bit more comfortable and I can try and attempt this chatty portion of the video again. What I wanted to do was start off by kind of doing a little bit of a disclaimer that this year for me has been really tough. Life has felt like an absolute roller coaster, and there's been certain things that have happened, certain events, certain changes that have been very unexpected and very unpredictable. And I don't mean to make this like video so serious and emotional and dark all of a sudden, but it's important that I share this now because for the majority of the year, other than just saying sometimes on vlogs that I've been a bit sad or I'm struggling through the day, which is to be expected anyway, I've not spoken about anything that's been going on, and I'm going to continue not to do that because it doesn't just involve myself, it involves other people as well. Like I say, I don't want to get too emotional about it. I just want to say this before the video begins because it means that this video is going to look different, because it means that certain goals, certain events, certain traditions, things that I would normally do or normally be planning, or changes that I would have hoped to have made by now, have had to be put on hold, because at the minute I just need to have different priorities, and we'll talk about that more as we go through the video. I appreciate this is really difficult for you guys to understand without context, and I know if I was watching this video I'd be like, oh my god, what's going on, I want context, I want information, give me all the juice. But just to kind of like maintain my boundaries and respect people's privacy, like I'm not gonna spill that tea. But I just wanted to say how hard this year has been, because it means that this video is going to look slightly different today, because I am reflecting on a year that has been one of the hardest of my life, and because of that things have looked very different, and things are going to look very different over the next 6 months until I film this video again. So I wanted to put that out there before we kind of get into the nitty-gritty. And I also want this to be a reminder to people that social media is absolutely a highlight reel. If I was a stranger or a new subscriber looking at my YouTube now throughout the past whole year, I would not know how difficult things have been, because I've carried on posting as normal regardless of what people are posting. Even if it's stuff like a weekly vlog, you are seeing such a small portion of that person's life, which you really have no idea what's going on in people's lives and how difficult or how great things are. So just remember that social media is a highlight reel, because I feel like I've always known that, but I've never really understood the gravity of it until I've been one of those people that has the highlight reel and everything isn't as amazing and fun and happy as it seems. Yeah, I think that would do. I'm not going to refilm that, like I said, I'm just going to leave it as it is so that it's a little bit more raw. And I'm going to wrap another present so that I can take a breather, and then I'm going to come back to you and talk to you about work. I think I'm going to go for a gift bag. I think I'm going to put all of the toiletry gifts in here. Usually, I'm not going to lie, I would just shove them in and put a bit of tissue paper on top, but I kind of want us to feel a little bit more surprised than that, so I'm going to wrap these things individually. I know that she's in the kitchen making a cup of tea, so I'm going to be fairly quiet when I show you guys this, but I've got her a Head and Shoulders shampoo bar because she's going travelling to South Africa soon, which I'll talk to you more about later. I've got this perfume for her to take with her because it's mine and I want her to have a reminder of me. And I've also got this, which was such a good little gift. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inside of here. There's 8 different perfume sample size pots that I have purchased. I bought these from M&S. This is what they look like inside. I know you would usually get these as testers, but it's basically all of the different scents that the M&S range does, because I noticed that their little bottles of perfume were only £6 and smell amazing. And I thought Charlie could try these out, see which ones she likes, and then if there is one that she, you know, really thinks, oh, that's so nice, it's quite a nice everyday cheaper alternative to perfume that I could buy her the bigger size bottle of. So I thought that was quite a cute gift if someone's after a scent but doesn't really know what they want. This was only £5. So anyway, I'm waffling loads, but I'm going to wrap those up again in this paper and put them into that gift bag. There we are, look, that's gift bag number 1, and I've also wrapped something else and put it into gift bag number 2. I feel like my scheme is really coming together exactly how I pictured it, and I'm very happy about it. But let me update you guys on work, because when I filmed my little video like this 6 months ago, that was a big thing that I spoke about, and I told you guys that I was feeling a little bit unsure around career progression and what I wanted to do, and because I was happy in my current job, I decided to just stay where I am, slow down a little bit and just enjoy kind of being a bit more settled. And I said that's what I felt like I needed, but I also said that left me feeling a little bit unsettled because I didn't have anything to work towards, but I also felt the pressure to move forward quickly and progress in order to make more money and to do what I thought I should be doing. With that in mind, 6 months down the line, it might actually surprise you guys that I did find positions that I was interested in, and I did actually apply for some jobs In particular, I applied for positions for a CBT trainee therapist post and a DBT trainee therapist post. So 2 different disciplines and 2 different types of therapy to be a trainee, which would basically involve me doing a 2-year university course to become qualified at the same time as working. And that was something that I was like, wow, that sounds perfect for me. So like I say, I applied, I got interviews, which I was like, wow, didn't really expect that. Wasn't too sure if I was experienced enough or not. But I actually withdrew all of my applications prior to going to interviews because they were all taking place around about the same time. This was one of those things that, like I say, it's not the right time for me to be going for a new job, and it's one of those things that has had to take a back seat. A, so that other things that are more important can take priority, but B, also because I just didn't have the mental capacity at the time to prepare for an interview. But I also felt like I didn't have the mental capacity to start a new job either and do all of the learning that is required when you get a new position. And so because of all of those reasons, plus a few other smaller ones I suppose, I decided to withdraw all of my applications and again stay where I am. So for now, my rough plan is to keep doing what I'm doing, stay exactly where I am, and then this time next year, if I'm still interested in those positions, I can apply for them alongside the clinical psychology doctorate. I'm not sure if either of those things are what I really want to do with my life, but applying for all of those things will give me time to decide, and based on applications and whether they get accepted or not would give me time to decide like which one of those options is most preferable. So it is a slight shame to put that on hold, being as I think that's something that I would like to do this time next year. I feel like my life has kind of just been put on pause, like I say, but at the moment I just need to accept that that is something that needs to happen. And I do appreciate my current job, I appreciate the stability of it, and I think when the rest of your life and other aspects of your life aren't quite stable or you're not quite confident in them, there's really something special and something powerful in having a job that you feel confident in, that has got stable hours, that has got stable pay, that you just go to work and you know what you're doing and you feel like you can do a good job that doesn't require all that new learning. So that is my little work update. Well, not a little work update because I've been waffling for over 10 minutes, but you know what I mean. Now I'm actually going to tackle the hardest thing to wrap because I've still got a bit of energy in me and I feel like I should do it whilst I've got that. The next thing is this massive white puffer coat, which I've already started to tie up because I'm wanting for it to fit inside this box, but the coat is too big. So I'm wondering if I can tie it with some string and like, you know, compress it down a little bit, whether it's going to fit in. So let's try and see what happens. To be completely honest, when I first started putting that in the box, I did not think it was going to go in, and I'm still not convinced it's going to stay in there. But I've tied these little bows of string round so that hopefully if the box starts to lift because of the sellotape breaking, the bows are going to hold it down enough so that the contents doesn't spill out and I will have time to make some adaptations. But I think if I try and fiddle with it too much now, this box is going to burst open and I won't be able to use it again. So I'm going to leave that as it is. It's all done. And the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the house, because this time last year when I was filming a wrap and chat, I was in front of our old Christmas tree, which was beautiful but old and a little bit tatty, and the whole room was just an empty shell. We'd only been in the house for 2 months by the time Christmas rolled around, so we had no chance to do any sort of decorations, things like that. But I think over the past year, the progress that we've made on the house has actually been incredible, and I'm so proud of it given the year that we've had. And I was trying to think of a little list so that I could share it with you guys, but just off the top of my head, we've done things like building our shed, installing blinds, this whole media wall is brand new and did not exist last year. We've had panelling done, which I showed in a recent vlog, which I'm absolutely in love with. We had that done maybe about a month ago now. in November time, and I just think we've done an incredible job at making this brand new house. And when you buy a new build house, it is very new and clinical and white, but it's starting to feel more and more like a home every single day, and is absolutely becoming our safe space, which I couldn't be more thankful for. I just never would have believed that I would be lucky enough to have a house like this, to even own a house like with a mortgage like that. I thought would just never have even come into my existence. So I'm really proud that, like, for starters, we have a house. Like, you know, try and be grateful for things like that, but also the progress that we've made when it's been such a hard year. I couldn't be more happy with what we've done in this house, and I'm just so grateful to call it mine. Sorry to get emotional. In fact, no, I'm not sorry, like, it's actually fine, but didn't expect it to be tears at that point in this video, not gonna lie. Thought it would be much earlier. We still wanted to work on one room at a time, and our next big goal is to get fitted wardrobes upstairs in the bedroom, so that at the same time we can clear out one of the spare rooms and I can have more of a home office situation, as I do tend to work from home quite a lot. But because fitted wardrobes are so expensive and it's quite a big task, we've been doing smaller things in the meantime. But let's do a little bit more wrapping before I wrap this video up. Do you see what I did there? I'm going to open this one because I'm almost out of that little Santa one now, and I'm a bit fed up of using it, and I'm sorry, but again, this is just so gorgeous. So we will open this up, and everything that I've got left to wrap now is fairly square-ish, so I feel like I can breathe a sigh of relief. That coat was honestly just the worst thing to buy as a Christmas gift and expect to be able to wrap neatly. You're not going to believe it, but I have just gone into full-on elf mode and wrapped all of the rest of her presents. And whoever's agreed with me before on me being bad at wrapping, I'm gonna have this as my petition for you to take that opinion back, because I'm sorry, look at all of this. I'm also going to go through all of those presents and add like little gift tags to them. I know they're for Charlie, and I'll probably just sit in like one section of the tree, so I will know that they're for her, but I feel like a gift tag sometimes just adds a little bit of extra oomph, which they're kind of missing at the moment. But my neck's hurting me now, my back's hurting, and I just can't be bothered. So I'm going to finish saying what I wanted to say to you guys, bring this to a close, and do that another time. I was going to talk to you all about my walking challenge that I was doing this year, but I think that's better saved for my goals video, because that's when I introduced it. So I'm going to say things like that for that video, which will go out in maybe a week or two after this one gets uploaded. I'm not too sure when this is going up myself yet. So I'll save that to talk about then, but I will give you a brief rundown of like the plans for the next 6 months, because again, they have changed. But if you have been watching my videos over the past year or so, then you'll know that Charlie was planning on going travelling for the next 4 months of 2024. So it's going to be January until April. Unfortunately, this is another one of those things that has also just taken a backseat, been put on hold for now because of everything else that's been going on in our life. So she will no longer be travelling, I will no longer be living alone, but what will be happening is she'll still be going to South Africa, because that's where she was going to start with, to go and see her sister. So she's going to South Africa at the beginning of January for just over a week, I believe, something like 12 days, which is very exciting. But I am going to go to Edinburgh on the same day that she goes to South Africa, because if she gets to run away and travel around, so do I. Like, I feel like that's just a good opportunity for me to do it. But for now, that's my only travel plan for 2024, and I don't intend on booking any more holidays just yet. I think myself and Charlie are going to have a year where we stay in the UK a little bit more, do some more camping based trips, although we do need to repurchase a tent after we lost it in that storm a few months back. But I think we're going to try and stay a little bit more close to home next year, so that we can be more careful with our money, especially especially at the start of the year. But I do think that a lot of people feel this way as a new year approaches. It's either things like, I'm going to go to the gym and be the best version of myself, I'm going to get like fit, or I'm going to save my money. Like, we all try and like get into that routine, don't we? So I'm sure we'll start off doing that for a few weeks and then be like, nah, I want the king prawns from the extra special range. Like, I know what I'm like, I can't make it last forever, but even if I can do it for a few weeks and be a bit more smart with the money in like January and February, say, then I'll have saved some money and we love to see it. I don't actually think there's anything else that's so important for me to fill you guys in on now, and my battery is flashing red and about to die, so I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thank you so much for watching. I apologise that it's been a bit more of a downer one, but I just wanted to be real with you guys for a second and let you know kind of what's been going on, but without the context. I do really hope you've enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below, and however you're spending this Christmas, I hope it's the Christmas that you want and the Christmas that you need. And other than that, I'm gonna go, and I look forward to seeing you all soon in the next video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.